friends, welcome to Terraform Beginner Series. So this is the fifth video in this series. So if you have not watched the previous 4 videos, you can watch there and come back to this video. In this video, I'll explain a little further when compared to the last video. So I'll going forward, I'll keep on increase the complexity of this Terraform coding. Okay, that is the agenda of this beginner series. So a beginner can come and learn it easily. And see, one more point is that, like, see, my videos will be lengthy. The reason being, I'm explaining each and everything, and like I'll try to add more details in the description so that you can switch over to the exact topic which you want in the video instead of going through the entire video if you are not okay to watch a long video. All right, so please do see the descriptions of all the videos. I'll try to add as soon as possible for all the videos. Okay, so let's go into this video first. Hi guys, this is the place where we left last time. So what I'm going to do right now is, so in real time, if you see, we will not be giving all these values, right? All these values directly in the main file. Okay, we will maintain all these values in a separate file. All right. I had to change the reference of this reference name of this particular block of code. So it's not going to change anything with respect to our tutorial. Okay, and alright, yeah, so I do not want to give the variables values also directly in this main file itself. So for that purpose, what I'll do, I'll try to create a new file. Okay, this is how you will create a new file. I'm already into this same folder where the main file is present. Okay, so variables.tf. So what I'm going to do in this file, I'm going to declare all my variables in this file. Okay, and I'll also mention a default value for those variables. For example, if you see, the only variable which I can see, the variable which I can see, variables which I can see here is region. Okay, so region can be anything. It's not to be US East 1. It can be anything, US West 1 or EU East 1 West 1 something. So what I'll do, so I'll declare a variable called region. Okay, variable, and I'm going to declare region. Okay, and what's going to be the default value? I'll give the default value US-1. Okay, so what is the other variables where we can give in those variable files? If you see, instance type. Okay, instance type varies actually, so there are lots of instance types, but here I have directly given T2 micro. So what I'll do, I'll go to this file again. I'll declare the variable called instance type. Okay, so variable okay, so I'm going to give a default value. Alright, T2 dot micro. So similarly, there's another variable for AMI ID. Okay, so AMI ID, so default equal to, so this is my AMI ID, right? So okay, this is it. So apart from this, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create one more file. Okay, so I'll name it as outputs.tf. Alright, so what is the purpose of this file is, say suppose if you have multiple modules, right? So you can get the outputs, I mean like what are the resources created here, and get those. I mean like say suppose if you create a resource, if you want the instance type based on the instance, sorry, if you want the instance ID, you will create I mean like it will be helpful to create some other resources, or if you want, say suppose you do not want to go into the AWS console and see the output of all those details, and but whereas like if you give the outputs file, you can get those details here. I mean say the instance ID or the public IP, everything we can get in the outputs.tf file. So the main reason why we do this in production is because we will need to refer those values in some other module, some other places. So that is the reason we give it this way, so it will be easy. But I'll also show you an example how we do it here. So before that I forgot to change the main file. So since we have already provided all the default values here, right? So there is no point in giving the same values here. Okay, and I'm going to refer those values right now. All right, so variable dot, what is the variable name you gave in the variables.tf file? So it is region, so I gave it as region only for region. Okay, so region. Okay, so the next thing, so if you remember, I gave it as variable dot instance underscore type. Okay, and for AMID, so variable dot AMI underscore ID, I guess. So this is the variable names I used in this variable file. So I will call those variables to get the values. Alright, so I'll save this file. I think this file is already saved. This I'll put now. So now what I'll do, I'll get a output of this. I mean this instance, I mean like the public IP. Okay, I'll get a public IP of this, because anyway if you will need the public IP to log in, right? So why we want to go into AWS console and get the IP and then put in the putty to log into SSH, right? So instead of that, we'll log in through this. We'll get the output here, so we'll use this IP directly instead of going to the AWS console and look at the IP. Okay, so we'll do that in the output file. So the syntax will be like this: output. Okay, click IP. Okay, so now value. So value is going to be same thing. So all these punctuations are necessary. All right. So value. So what is the value I'm going to get? So I'm going to get the output from this particular resource block, right? As of now we have only one resource block, that is fine. So but we are going to get some output from this resource block. So what it is doing, it is creating an AWS instance. I'm going to get some input from some output from here. Okay, so first we will refer like this: AWS instance. Okay, what is the resource type? So I'll put it here, put that here, AWS underscore instance. Okay, next what I'll do, this is the name which we refer up for this particular resource block in the entire module. Okay, so in this entire coding, if we want to refer to any of the values in this particular resource block, this is the name of that resource block. Okay, so if you see this name, this is just a tag, so this appears if you see, this appears only in the AWS console. Okay, so I'll get this name, go to the output file, put it there. Okay, so now what I want to refer, so if you see, this is the advantage of the plugin which we have installed for Terraform. So I want a public IP, right? So if you see, it already lists by default public underscore IP or public DNS. All the things have been listed. What are the options available? So I need public IP, which is over AWS instance. So it is also showing the resource type because we have already coded the resource type here, right? So I'll use the public IP. So this is what I wanted. Okay. So one more thing here. So in the last time I did not put the key pair name and all because I did not want to log in. So I just called it for a demo purpose, right? So but now this time I'll want to log in into the instance and see it. Okay. So for this purpose, what I'll do. So it's going to be, if you see, the key name to use for the instance. All right. So I'll select from here itself because that's the advantage of this AMA plugin, right? So what you can do in this case, I have already created a key name in the AWS console. Okay, so I'll go to the AWS console now. If you see, the key name, right? So give connect. If you see, there is no associated, no, I mean, it is not associated with a key pair. So without a key pair, you will not be able to log in. All right. So what I'll do, I'll look out for the key pairs. Okay, here it is. So I'm going to use this one. Okay, so I'm getting its name. Alright, so I have already downloaded the key file for this particular key name. So in your case also you can do the same. Okay, so I'm going to assign this particular key name for this instance. Alright, so I think we are all set with this. What we'll try to do, we'll try to do a Terraform. I think I have saved this file, right? So I'll do a Terraform plan. So if you understand, the instance is already present over there. Okay, we are just doing some modifications to the instance. The only modification is adding the key name. Apart from this, creating variables, outputs, files and all is not going to pose any apart from this, creating this main outputs.tf file, variables.tf file is not going to modify anything in the instance. Okay, so we'll see the output terminal what it says. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so if you see, as I told in the last video, right? So if you see this symbol, it is going to delete and it is going to destroy and recreate them. Okay, so it is going to destroy the EC2 instance and create a new instance. The reason being this, it clearly states forces replacement. Okay, because of adding this key name, it is going to destroy your EC2 instance and it is going to recreate with the same configurations. Okay, and this is the tilt symbol which I was telling you in the last video. So it is, which means it is going to modify in the existing resource, but anyway the resource itself is going to be deleted, destroyed and recreated, right? Okay, so if you see forces replacement, and if you look at the public IP, even it is going to get modified. All right, public IP, even it is going to get modified. Okay, if you come down and these are some values. Okay, metadata options, everything. So if you see, plan, want to add, 0 to change, want to destroy because it's going to create restart the instance and recreate the instance. Okay, so this warning you can ignore. This is with respect to version Terraform 0.12. I mean, it is meaning is that like it is not necessary in the main file. If you see, it is not necessary. I mean, to have this. Okay, previously before 0.12 it was necessary, but now it is not necessary to verify to call out the variable values. Okay, now I'll run the Terraform plan again to show you what is the difference it is making. Okay, running Terraform plan again. If I can say it. All right. So I have issued the Terraform plan again. Alright. So the warnings are gone now. So there are no warnings with respect to the interpolations. Now I have given Terraform apply auto approve command. Alright, this auto approve is not going to ask you for another confirmation when you issue the apply command. Alright, if you give just Terraform apply, it is going to ask you if you're going to really apply it or not. You have to type yes, so that step is avoided with this command. So it is creating the instance. It should take at least few seconds. So that's it, the instance has been created. So the public IP has been displayed. We'll copy the public IP to log into the machine. I'll go to the PuTTY session now. So to this machine, the default security group has been already attached, security group. Okay, and key I have already added in my PuTTY session. That's why I just pasted the IP and came to the login screen. In your case, if you have not added the key file, you have to add the key file and then use the login. Okay, that's it. You have logged into the machine. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe and leave your comments below the video so that I can improve next time. Thank you.